Oh well, sorry about that. A little technical difficulties here, my friends, but it's all good. Oh, I gotta do one more thing here. Forgive me. All right, now I'm back in the swing of things here. Sorry about the little technical delay. Greetings, my fellow freedom lovers and sovereign thinkers. This is LL3's latest podcast. My name is Craig, and I am presiding in the beautiful swampy mangroves of South Florida. And today I'm going to talk about a couple of reports that is mainly in the state of Florida. And the first I'm going to do right now is entitled Woman Fights for Sovereignty After Judge Declares Living Off Grid Illegal. And it's interesting about this whole thing on living off the grid illegal. So this is actually from naturalistsociety.com, written by Christina Sarich. However, it was posted on Infowars.com, and I thank them for putting the word out. And this was done today, March 5th, 2014, at 1:15 a.m. So I'm gonna narrate this down, and let's begin. All right. A Florida woman has gone head to head with the local judge who has declared her efforts to live off the grid illegal and in violation of local and international code ordinances. Robin Spurinois, a 54-year-old real estate agent currently living in Cape Coral in a small duplex, has her own solar panels and collects rainwater. For her needs, she has even installed a simple outdoor shower in order to be independent from municipal energy and water supply. The local power company and water supply surely have a hand in a special magistrate, Harold S. Eskins, ruling that although the regulations for the city are redundant and unreasonable, she is in violation of city code as well as the International Maintenance Code. Okay, that sounds like Agenda 21 to me. Apparently, generating your own power and using rainwater or other natural elements is not your sovereign right. Speronis using her own elbow grease to live more in balance with nature is now part of a heated debate. Reasonableness and code requirements don't always go hand in hand, Eskin says, cunningly inserting his own disagreement with the outrageous rules. Nevertheless, he has insisted that he is required to enforce them, whether I want or not. Congratulations, Magistrate Eskin. You just admit yourself to be a yes, boss. How far, boss? Bend over. How far, boss? Is the sky ugly? Oh, no, it's real pretty, boss. I will proceed. We all know this is untrue. He is a judge. He could find other legal precedents for an entirely different determination. Off the Grid News offers a different opinion, as did Speronis. She has been fighting the city council since November when a code enforcement officer showed up at her home and tried to evict her from her own property for not using public utilities. She's challenges that relying on nature for her needs is her personal choice, and that isn't a violation of anything. I am in compliance. Speronis slated to the press news about the saga. I'm in compliance of living. You may have to hook up, but you don't have to use it. Well, what's the point? They do have a YouTube video on this. All right, just to let you folks know. Speronis has been relying on solar power and rainwater for the past year. She uses a small camp stove to cook and propane lamps for both light and heat. She still admits to using the public sewer system for waste, but she says she has no need for other public utilities. She has no other issues with the city except for a few alleged violations that were thrown out due to her not receiving proper notice. Todd Allen is Speronis' lawyer, who has agreed to represent her pro bono. He says it was a mental fist fight. There is an inherited conflict in the code. Allen is referring to an outdated code that the city of Cape Cod has placed, which requires homes to connect to the municipal water system even if they don't use it. The original intent of the code was to prohibit the use of water wells when public water was available. The city is now implying this is to rainwater collection. Overall, the system is built to discourage any lifestyle which would make one sovereign, that is, sustainable and not dependent on government plutocracies. Also in Florida, one couple was forced to dig up their 17-year-old organic garden simply because it was in the front yard. Yeah, that happened in Miami Shores, and those assholes or douchebag bureaucratic pieces of garbage, and I'm saying this politely, think they know best. As far as I'm concerned, they should need to be using out. They should use everyone in that area should use their facility as an outhouse, their office, and their town hall. And I say that symbolically. This threatens our very independence, and in a time of water and soil is being poisoned, forces us to partake of a disenfranchising system which causes ill health to the masses. Baronis refuses to bow to the city's demands, though even while they force liens on her property and continue to issue more fines associated with her violations, she is able to appeal the judge's decision, which would allow her to carry with her sustainable lifestyle. She has said, "We have a long, long road to go. I'm sure justice will prevail." All I have to say to Mrs. Baronis, she is absolutely correct, and I will give her homage. And here is the reason which these numbnuts and tyrannic pacifistic tyrants in Cape Coral never read. And here it is. It is entitled Article 1, Section 2 of the state constitution. Article 1 is called Declaration of Rights. Section 2, Basic Rights. And it reads, all natural persons, female and male alike, are equal before the law and have inalienable rights, among which are the right to enjoy and defend life and liberty, to pursue happiness, to be rewarded for the industry, and to acquire, possess, and protect property, except that the ownership, inheritance, disposition, and possession of real property by aliens ineligible for citizenship may be regulated or prohibited by law. No person shall be deprived of any right because of race, religion, national origin, or physical disability. So the question I have for those idiots in Cape Coral, who is the injured party? Is it you guys? Aw, too bad. My heart bleeds. She don't want to use your most of your public facilities, and you're offended. What's the matter? Your little pocketbook budget is gonna be hurting? Boo-hoo! You are servants rather than masters. And in addition, technically, that one clown, who is the so-called judge, or actually magistrate, is it Eskins, if I recall? Yeah, it is Eskins, to be exact. The yes boy who openly admitted, according to Naturalist Society. And like I have to look at this again, just to do a good reminder. Sometimes I just like jump the gun. Eskins, yeah. Two special magistrate Eskins. How special are you, Mr. Eskins? I don't think so. Because according to the Law Dictionary, featuring Black Law Dictionary to be exact, what is magistrate? A public officer belonging to the civil organization of the state and invested with powers and functions which may be either judicial, legislative, or executive, but the term is commonly used in a narrower sense, designating in England as person entrusted with the commission of the peace, and in America one of the class of inferior judicial officers such as justices of peace and police justices. Good grief. Well, Well, I'll tell you one thing. Well, you know what? I want to know what a judge is according to the law dictionary, because it looks like there are two different aspects on here, and I will put these both on my Facebook on my Spreaker page. You know, everything will be posted on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube, and of course yeah, that's all I got. Facebook, Google Plus. All right. Here's what we say about a judge. What is judge? A public officer appointed to preside and to administer the law in the court of justice. The chief member of the court in charge with the control of proceedings in a decision of question of law and discretion. That's what a judge is. A magistrate doesn't have the same attributes as a judge, and they call this guy a judge. He's more like a yes boss, a house peasant, as far as I'm concerned. All right, well, I just hope Speronis will get her case done, and you know what? When you have a chance, and we're living in Cape Coral, or even in the state of Florida, start blasting them and saying, what on earth are you doing, you bunch of deputies, sheriffs of Nottingham? That is the problem. It's, oh, the revenue. Oh, my goodness. We cannot, we need it real bad. Well, that's a typical bureaucratic community, I would say. All right. So, this one here, the next one, is done by the Miami Herald yesterday. Another possible disturbing case, and it's happened in Hialeah, which was actually posted a couple of days ago. Forgive me. Dead man's mother said Hialeah police used a taser gun on her son. This is written by Charles Rabin. 4 days after Tyrone Johnson died after an altercation with Hialeah police, the department has yet to give out any information on the incident. 4 days after the man died while in custody of Hialeah police, the department has yet to disclose any information on the other than the man's name. The dead man's mother, however, identified him as Tyrone Tree Johnson, 27, a featured fighter and local filmmaker Billy Corbin's upcoming movie about bare-knuckled backyard brawls in Perrine. Oh, interesting. Okay, something like what's his name? What was that guy's name? Kimbo. We should do that too. Backyard brawling. Kimbo Slice. All right. Angela Curry said Hialeah police detective and her son died Thursday afternoon after they found him on a rooftop throwing coconuts at a dog that had bitten him. He said they tasered him and transferred him to the Hialeah hospital. Then he went into a cardiac arrest and transferred him to North Shore, Curry said. Hialeah police spokesman Carl Zogby confirmed that the dead man was Johnson, but the department was not released at his date of birth, time of death, location of the incident, or any information of what might have caused Johnson's death. He passed last Thursday, a few hours after being detained. Zogby said Monday records at the Miami-Dade County Medical Examiner's Office show Tyrone Johnson was brought in at 6 p.m. Thursday. Police Chief Sergio Vasquez called it an ongoing investigation, but said he couldn't add anything more without clearing it with the department's legal advisors. When pressed about whether Johnson was shot or police had used taser on him, Vasquez hung up. Moments later, Zogby said there would be absolutely no information released Monday night. Earlier in the day, he said the information on the incident was on its way. Curry said her son split time living between the family's Miami Gardens home and staying with his girlfriend. She said he was taken to 3 hospitals the day he died, ended up at the Ryder Trauma Center at Jackson Memorial Hospital. That's where the family, including her husband, Ricky Curry, went to see Johnson. He was already dead when we got there, she said. Curry said she spoke with Hialeah detective